You finally get close to her. Things feel real. She's warm, she's open, she's letting you in. And then, out of nowhere, she pulls back. She gets quiet. She becomes distant. She acts like the closeness never happened. And you're standing there confused, replaying every conversation, trying to figure out what you did wrong. Here's the part most men never hear. You probably didn't do anything wrong. What you're experiencing has a name. And once you understand it, you'll never be caught off guard by it again. Today I'm going to break down exactly why women pull away after getting close, what's actually happening in her mind, and what you should and should not do when it happens. The first thing you need to understand is that pulling away after getting close is never about something you did. It's about what the closeness triggers in her. When a woman starts to genuinely feel something for a man, a second feeling shows up right alongside it. Fear. Fear of getting hurt. Fear of losing herself. Fear of wanting something too much and watching it fall apart. For a lot of women, getting emotionally close to someone doesn't feel like safety. It feels like exposure, like standing somewhere high with nothing beneath you. So what does she do? She steps back, not because she doesn't feel anything, but because she feels too much. This is called emotional self-protection, and it usually kicks in hardest right after a moment of real vulnerability, a deep conversation, or a night that felt too good. A moment when she let her guard down completely. The closer she got, the louder the fear got, and the pull away is her trying to get her emotional footing back. Now here's where it gets deeper. Some women don't just pull back occasionally. They do it consistently, every time things start to feel real. This is usually tied to attachment style, specifically what psychologists call avoidant attachment. Women with avoidant tendencies learned early that depending on someone emotionally leads to disappointment. So they built walls. They became self-sufficient. They convinced themselves they don't need closeness. But they still feel the pull toward connection. They still want it. They just panic when they get too close to having it. So the cycle looks like this. She gets close, she panics, she pulls away, she stabilizes, and then she comes back when she feels safe again. If you've ever felt like things were going perfectly, and then she just disappeared emotionally, you were probably dealing with this pattern. Understanding this doesn't mean you have to put up with it forever, but it does mean you stop taking it personally. And that changes everything about how you respond. When she pulls away, most men panic. And panic makes everything worse. They text more. They ask what's wrong. They try to fix the distance by closing it by force. What this does is confirm her fear. It signals that your emotional stability depends on her response, that you cannot handle uncertainty, that you need her to be okay so that you can be okay. That is not attractive. That is not safe to a woman who is already scared of getting close. It tells her that letting you in was a mistake, that closeness with you comes with pressure, and she retreats further. The other mistake men make is making it about themselves. Why are you doing this to me? Did I do something wrong? What changed? That framing puts her in the position of managing your emotions while she's still trying to manage her own. It adds weight to an already heavy situation. The right move is almost always the counterintuitive one. Give her space without disappearing. That means you don't chase. You don't flood her with messages. You don't demand an explanation. But you also don't vanish. You don't go cold. You don't punish her silence with your own. You stay in your own lane. You focus on your life, your purpose, your goals. You let her see that your world did not stop because she got quiet. One calm, low-pressure check-in is fine. Hey, I notice things feel a little different between us. No rush, just wanted you to know I'm here. Then you let it go. No follow-up. No waiting by the phone. You genuinely move back into your own life. This is what creates the pullback toward you. Not pressure, not need. The quiet confidence of a man who has a life worth returning to. Now I have to be honest with you about something. Not every woman who pulls away is going to come back. Some women are in such a deep pattern of avoidance that no amount of patience or space is going to shift it. They want connection, and they will always find a reason to run from it. If you've been through this cycle multiple times with the same woman, and she always pulls away after things get close, and she never talks about it, never acknowledges it, never tries to close the gap herself, that's a pattern, not an episode. And staying in a pattern hoping it will change on its own is not patience. It's waiting. There's a difference. A woman who wants to work through her fear will show you that. She'll come back. She'll acknowledge the distance. She'll try. A woman who is just wired to keep you at arm's length will keep doing exactly that. And the sooner you see that clearly, the sooner you can make a real decision about what you want. Here's what I want you to take from this. When she pulls away after getting close, it is not automatically a rejection. It is often a test, not a deliberate one, but a test of your emotional groundedness, of whether you can hold yourself steady when she can't. The men who pass that test without even trying are the men who have their own lives, their own purpose, their own direction. They don't need her to stay close to feel okay. And that quality, that unshakable sense of self, is exactly what makes a woman feel safe enough to stop pulling away. Be that man. Not for her, for yourself. If this made something click for you, subscribe. I put out videos like this every week. And drop a comment below telling me if you've been through this. You're not alone.